with your kids as well. We talked to C.T. Vivian, who is a civil rights leader.
Yes.
And, C.T. Vivian is in his 90s now, but
I
still
know, right?
one of the greatest storytellers I've ever met. We went on a trip one year. They had all these different clergymen from Georgia, and they took us to Jamaica. I still don't know how I ended up on the trip.
Wow.
But we sat around and listened to him tell stories. You know how you just you get around a campfire and you like, tell another one, another one.
I know.
And he'd always say, that's good stuff. It was always, that's some good stuff. And I got a chance to ask him during our, talk about Dr. King, about a very powerful moment in history when they heard President Johnson speaking, and they had just had a meeting with President Johnson in the White House. And here's C.T. Vivian recounting that particular, meeting when they were all sitting around Dr. King as they listened to this address.
We've been sitting in the room of a dentist, right? And, we were just all over the room, right? But sort of around Martin.
Right.
And we were listening to Johnson speak that night. And this was supposed to be one of the most important speeches of our lifetime, at least. Right? He came to a spot, started talking about children that he had worked with. He said, I said that one of these days, we're going to put an end to the misuse of all those children. He says, and now is the time, and we shall overcome. Slow southern draft, but that quick heart, mind, and drive, and we shall overcome. I tell you, when it happened, we all just jumped, right? And we turned around and looked at Martin, right? And Martin didn't move. He was sitting in the chair, and a tear was coming down his eye. Now you're talking about the great moment for me in the movement was right there. We all knew, and Martin knew, that we were going to win from now on. All we had to do was keep fighting, and we weren't going to stop. That was it. Most people would say, this lousy place is never going to have an African American. They hate us. They put us down. They make us hate ourselves. So don't ever think that you're going to have a black president of this land. Not only that, they didn't quite think we were human, much less smart enough to run the nation, right? And by the way, while you're at it, to put both of those last two together, is that we didn't elect Obama until he won in Iowa, which is only 3% black. We ran from Obama to Clinton, and we're talking about a woman's rights.
Right.
Nice, but how about your own rights with over half of you women? We didn't think we could win, all right? We didn't think that there would be enough white people voting.
Right.
All right, and they were going to make it even less by not voting for the black person running. The point being is we've all been preparing for the time. Everything we've done in America since we landed on these shores has been preparing to make us free. What Martin really represents is a strategy, and that strategy is nonviolent direct action. If you don't understand that, you don't understand anything that really happened there, right? Nor do you understand Martin. Martin wasn't just a speaker, right? He wasn't just a voice. He was the voice for a new process to free people. Nothing was happening before Martin came on the scene. We all were losers in a strategy that we thought would work, and it was a legal strategy. But the point being is, even when the Supreme Court acted, it didn't free us. We had no way of looking at the possibility of life becoming any better. Then Martin King steps on the scene with what? Not just him, steps on the street with a strategy of nonviolent direct action. most people act like, at least, that they don't even know it happened, all right? Or why we won. We won because we had a strategy, and a strategy people could believe in, a strategy that kept winning. You see, and we have to think about the strategy as more than a set of words. For instance, that was the first time that we could say no to white people. See, I mean to downtown white people, with people in power, people who are decision makers. First time we could say no to them.